Welcome to Melanated Magic TV. I am your host, Jessica X, and today I am coming to you with a story out of the New York Post. Chrystul Kizer faces life in prison for killing her alleged pedophile abuser, Randy Valor. A Wisconsin teenager is facing life in prison for killing a prolific pedophile who she says started having sex with her when she was 16 and even sold her to other men, according to a report. Chrystul Kizer, now 19, confessed to killing Randy Valor, who was out on bail while accused of filming himself abusing other. Chrystul Kizer, now 19, confessed to killing Randy Valor, who was out on bail while accused of filming himself abusing about a dozen girls, some looking to be as young as 12, the New York Post said. Kizer shot Valor, 33, twice in the head last June because he drugged her and was pinning her to the ground to rape her, she told the paper during more than 5 hours of interviews from jail. She allegedly panicked and lit his body on fire to try to hide the evidence at his home in Kenosha. Partly inspired by the TV show Criminal Minds, according to the report, Kizer case could prove a testing ground for affirmative defense laws that allow victims to be acquitted of some crimes if they prove they committed them because they were being trafficked. However, a judge on December 9th overruled Kizer's initial bid to apply the law, and prosecutors maintain that the killing was premeditated. The report says, based in part on Facebook posts around the time of the killing. Her lawyer is appealing the ruling, the paper says. Kizer faces a slew of charges, including arson and first-degree intentional homicide, which carries a mandatory life in Wisconsin. A mandatory life sentence in Wisconsin. She is being held on $1 million bail, court record shows. When he was killed, Valor had been free without bail despite an investigation into charges including child sexual assault, child enticement, and using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime, the report says. It stated last February when a 15-year-old girl claimed he drugged and threatened to kill her, telling cops that Valor had been paying for sex since she was 14, the Washington Post said, citing police records. She told officers that her abuser had filmed himself abusing other girls, with officers then finding hundreds of child pornography videos of girls who appeared to be as young as 12, according to the report. They included more than 20 home videos of Valor with underage girls, including Kizer, who told the Washington Post she didn't know she had been filmed. In some, Valor described himself as an escort trainer, according to the report. Officers also found he had $800,000 in assets and made almost $1.5 million in transfers between November 2017 and May 2018, a pattern of activity his bank associated with human trafficking, the report said. Kizer said she started having sex for money to pay for snacks and school notebooks, meeting Valor through an ad on Backpage.com. I'm just going to add my little input on that. Okay, she killed him. She was being trafficked. But you can't make me believe that this baby, especially since I've studied how this works. You can't get me to believe that she was already, excuse my language, selling pussy before she met him. No. Don't try to tarnish the victim here. We got to remember, she is still a baby, a child. So you're not going to sit here and say that she was already doing that. I just don't see it. But anyway, let's get back to the article. He then made her have sex with other men in local hotels, sometime more than once a day. She told the paper, saying she only went alone because he was a grown-up and I wasn't, so I listened. She said shortly before his death, she had been trying to cut ties because he had started to talk violent and threatened to kill her. The night he died, she said he gave her drugs that made her feel weird and told her she owed him. When she refused to have sex, she claimed, saying he started ripping off his pants and he pinned her down. She claimed to not remember grabbing her pistol, just hearing like a high pop. I started to panic, she told the paper. Kizer said they were both victims because of the stuff that he was doing to me, and that he should never let me reread it. And that he should never and that he should have never died, she said. Kenosha police did not decline to comment to the Washington Post. District Attorney Michael Gravely told the paper that a sex crime prosecutor had been working to identify all victims. In most of the cases, we don't know the age, he said, so we literally did not know whether we had misdemeanor or felony. I've noticed over the years, when we have people, pedophiles, when they are out here harming our babies, no matter the race, whether they're white or black, babies, the pedophile seems to get a slap on the wrist. And if you are a victim and you protect yourself, they put you in prison. Chrystul Kizer's story reminds me so much of Centoya Brown's story. This is crazy. This baby has such a long fight ahead of her. It's Lord. And her mom, Lord. Granted, I didn't do the backstory on her mom and why they was in Wisconsin, but before all of this, I can't quite remember exactly where her family was before, because the True Royal family, Kim, she did a story on this. Chrystul was a violinist before this, a violinist, and from what I'm assuming, when this happened, she was 16. I used to play the violin when I was at elementary school. I played all the way up until middle school, and I decided to stop playing. You start playing violin in 4th grade. So if she's 16, she's been playing for years, and I'm going to assume she's damn good at it. But because of circumstances and her mom choosing the wrong mate, they had to move because her mom literally was running from ass whoopings. And her mom not being there for her kids like she should have been. I mean, I'm not going to put all blame on mom, but mom, you are partially responsible for this. There's no reason for your baby to be groomed by someone. You have to protect your kids by any means necessary. Any means necessary. And I pray that this baby gets free. And I pray that she don't have to sit in jail, in prison, like Centoria did. I'm just happy that her case is out now and it's going viral now than years from now. So hopefully we can try to make a change in this. Whether we got to protest some stuff, make some petitions, or whatever the case may be. But for her to be in this situation when the police had him 4 months before he was killed, before he was rightfully killed, this could have been prevented. And then for them to say that she does not fall, in the grounds where she can use the affirmative defense, it's insane. You have evidence that she was being abused. Video evidence that this man, that this monster recorded. And this baby is sitting in jail. She's sitting in jail. I can't imagine sitting in jail for that long. Since 2017, now that's a long time. Is it 17, 16? No, not 16, 18. That is a very, very long time to have to sit in there as a child. That's a long time. Especially when you're a victim. This baby has been abused. And she had to literally fight for her life and take a life. And this is going on. When it comes to our black girls, they abuse us. They abuse the girls. They abuse the boys. They abuse all. They do what they want to do with our babies. Between sex trafficking and organ harvesting, trafficking. I want to drag this video out too long because it just really breaks my heart that she's going through this. But I know she will make it through it. I'm your host, Jessica X. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment.